and welcome to the Clean Slate Network. This is Derek Hickson again. I want to talk to you about a very important subject. We're talking about job classifications today, and it affects many different departments, but specifically it affects right now transportation captains, key assistant location managers, assistant location managers, and casting associates. And the deal is the categories of exempt employee versus non-exempt employee. An exempt employee is considered management, one who makes management decisions. Those employees are on flat rates. They're not entitled to overtime and meal breaks and all that. Non-exempt employees get the California labor law definition of overtime, meal breaks, and vacation and whatnot. There's a very much of a gray area as far as what really constitutes exempt versus non-exempt, but we feel strongly that the specific positions that are classified as exempt positions are not. Once again, we're talking about location, key assistant locations, assistant locations, casting associates, and transportation captains who are sometimes relegated to flat rates at specific studios. And they get taken advantage of greatly in their hours because they're paid benefits on a 60-hour week, but many times they're not working 60s, they're working 70s or 80s. And once you start on a flat, once you start getting into the upper echelon of the hours, then you're getting down in below minimum wage. And the old contract, I don't know exactly what the new number is, but I know it was $12.52 a flat for an assistant location representative. And at $12.52 a week, if you're working 80 hours a week, that's less than $16 an hour. That's like $15.85. In discussing this exempt versus non-exempt employee status, we've also been talking to location managers, and I'll be honest with you, I was shocked to find out this fact. Do you know that location managers, I know the location managers know, but for other people, other members in our union, you know that location managers are on their own insurance for their car? When they go on a scout, they're putting 4, 5, 6, 700, 1,000 miles on their cars in a week. If they get in an accident, it's on their insurance. It would never happen in the transport department. Every vehicle or a piece of equipment that is rented is on an insurance cert, and the fuel is paid for. Location managers have to fight for their fuel and negotiate for it. They get $85 a day if they get that for their vehicles, which doesn't cover fuel and insurance, maintenance, wear and tear. And then on top of it, if they're in an accident, the liability is on them. We've talked extensively with a couple of different law firms, and what we're going to do, this is the promise we're going to make to the members of 399. The very first week we're in office, we will be filing class action lawsuits on behalf of key assistants, assistant location managers, casting associates. We will be enforcing 100% no flats on captains, not in specific studios, nowhere. And on down the line, we're looking at challenging the transportation captain and the location manager status as exempt employees either, because we don't feel that the criteria can be met on any of those positions, that they're management or that they are exempt employees. We have been studying the California Department of Labor definition of what an exempt employee is. We have contacted different attorneys, and they think some of these items are slam dunks. In addition to that, we'll be going after back pay for meal penalties on any of these categorizations, any of these categories, of employees, and in recategorizing also or reclassifying these jobs in the upcoming negotiations as to how we feel it should all go down. This is a big deal. I know it seems like it's convoluted, or maybe it's not that big of an issue, or it's too much to tackle at one time, but it really means the difference between a job that you can actually provide for yourself and have a livelihood versus not. And in a union, that shouldn't be an issue. You shouldn't be having to make those choices. So we haven't made many promises, but a lot of people are asking, what are we going to do about this? What are we going to do about that? We have plans for all this, and we just want you to know that is a promise we're going to make. First week we're in office, we're going to take care of these class action lawsuits, get them filed, and start marching towards a fair and a proper compensation for a union position. On behalf of the Clean Slate, my name is Derek Hickson, and I thank you for your time.